Bonjour tout le monde, my name is Mariana Sola and I want to share with you guys my experience during this summer's 2022 study abroad experience to France. So I want to quickly introduce myself. I am a kinesiology major in minoring in French. Today I wanted to share my experience about the study abroad program and that I just completed during the month of June. So this presentation I just want to quickly highlight what the program is about, what specific skills I set out to improve during the program, how I used those goals to create my personal challenge activity, how my personal challenge activity evolved during the trip, some personal experiences, and how I think my overall French improved during the program. So what is the program? The program I went to was to Paris, so this may vary from year to year what city you go to. The program is actually a summer C class, meaning that even though we were in France for the month of June, the last 2 weeks of May, the group of students met for in-person classes with our professor, Madame Gilner, where we learned useful French words and culture for the trip. I think this was a great way to meet everyone in the group and see who you're actually going to be spending most of your time with in France. While in France, while we were taking classes at the university, we went to Sorbonne University. We actually had excursions about 2 times a week, which still left plenty of time to explore the city on your own. These excursions were about museums, so Musée de Cluny, Saint-Denis, Les Marais, Louvre, and many more cool museums that you get to learn a lot of cool stuff from. So is it for me? You might be wondering that question, and it's a good question to ask. Personally, I wasn't sure. Since I'm a French minor and not a major, I want to find a way to keep improving my French because I was basically finished with all my courses required for my minor, and I didn't want my French that I've learned for so many years to stay the same or worse, to deteriorate. For this reason, after seeing how this program was set up, I thought this was one experience that could be so beneficial for my French and a great life experience in general. So I really started looking into it, like in the study abroad website. I talked to Madame Gilner about it. I also contacted Miss Tuny. They're great resources if you're still wondering if this trip is actually for you. So personal challenge activities, or PCAs as we call them. Basically at the beginning of the program, while we're still in Orlando, we had to work on our PCAs. This PCA would have different steps that we had to work on while in France as well. While in France, we actually had to separate a couple of hours each week to work on our PCA, and they vary from student to student. First, we had to narrow down what skills we wanted to work on. For example, my goals were to improve my interpretive, interpersonal, and intercultural interactions. For this reason, I wanted my PCA in France to make sure I improved in those areas. For instance, to improve my interpretive skills and also my interpersonal skills, I created a Quizlet, like a list of all new vocab words that I learned either in class or interactions with others outside of class. I updated it every weekend, and by the end, I had around 30 words that I could use every day in French. In addition, Madame Gilner wanted us to focus our PCAs and connect them with our major. I found this particularly challenging because of the fact that I am a kinesiology major and I wasn't really sure how to connect my major with this trip. However, thanks to her guidance and some research, I focused a couple of my PCA days to some research on how the major differs in the US to France. Even interactions you had with people in France could be PCAs as long as you demonstrated how you improved and worked on your goals. In the end, personal challenge activities were a way to keep improving your French skills while making your time in France useful and purposeful. Even though we had to study, go to class, and work on our projects, we did in fact have a lot of free time to explore the city. Actually, the times that we were out and exploring the city were the times that I truly felt that I was putting my French to use and I was actually improving. When we went to restaurants or museums or even at Disneyland Paris, we had so many opportunities to use our French. We even met great people at the place that we're staying at, the Fondation des États-Unis. I made friends that I still talk to today, and those were really great experiences that I will take with me, and I feel like those experiences really made the trip that much better. So the big question, did my French improve? Before we even left for France, I was really hesitant that my French would not improve, but that was not the case at all. I do believe you get out of the trip as much as you put into it. For that reason, I try to use my French for everything. Talking with peers, talking with my professor, Even at restaurants, when waiters noticed my accent and they immediately switched to English, I would tell them that I spoke some French and that I wanted to practice it. And almost, if not all of them, every time seemed really happy and excited that I was trying to speak French to them. Even if I wanted to or not, there were some instances that you had to use French. And I think in those instances, it really pushed me to work on what I was saying with clarity. And I think in the end, it really helped improve my French because I got more confidence in my French. Even if it wasn't perfect, I wasn't afraid of making as many mistakes because as long as they understood me, it was pushing me to use my French. Well, thank you everyone for watching. I hope this video was helpful. I had a lot of fun making it and it was a great experience that I really want to share with everyone. So yeah, au revoir.